We're doing it live.
Is it really happening? Is this thing on? I'm sorry. I thought this was another podcast.
Good grief. Welcome into the Windy City Breeze, Chicago Bulls post-game show. I am your host, Pat the Designer. To my left,
Hey, Dizzle.
Ringo J.
And the Brody Bro out in Indiana. Oh, he over there.
Is he over there?
It's the Brody P.Kidd.
Is he over there?
P.Kidd look like a drunk uncle that's just sick of it.
I'm sick of this. We keep losing games. I'm wasting all my good liquor.
P.Kidd said,
I'm wasting all my good liquor.
go in there, give me some ice. Hey, boy. Go give me some ice.
Man, if you guys are in the chat, man, hit that like button right away so that we can get the algorithm up, so that we can get as many people in the live as we can. As always, man, if you are new to the channel, please like the video. Please subscribe to the page. We do talk Chicago sports
Weekly!
No, you're a little late there. What's going on, man?
I apologize.
Yeah, you got to stop doing that. But
I apologize.
we don't want you to miss a thing either, so make sure that you hit that bell.
And tell your mamas to tell your mamas.
Tell your mamas to tell your mamas. We missed that. Man, listen. Let's start it off here in the studio. AP, what'd you see? What'd you see?
I saw no rebounding.
Facts.
I saw no cutting to the basket. And I saw a lot of ball watching. Let's give it to Zach. Let's look at him. Let's look at him some more. Let's, maybe shuffle our feet a little bit. And then miss a shot, then run back and not play defense and let Vucevic spin move us out of control.
Yeah, Vucevic got busy tonight. Ringo, what'd you see?
I saw Vucevic just eat. I saw Vucevic just eat. Basically,
well, it was an old country buffet down in that thing.
Yeah,
literally, Kobe White was just. I'm a P.Kidd. Kobe just out there.
Yeah.
And then basically,
just running and jumping.
Just
running and
I'm with you,
jumping.
P.Kidd. And I saw Billy Donovan get, Zach DeMurray's. He went in there and brushed his waves and tried to get jiggy, but it was too late.
Yeah.
Bro, he said running.
P.Kidd, what'd you see, man?
Lord have mercy.
Y'all ready for it?
Drop the ether. Drop the ether, P.Kidd. Drop the ether.
Is this ether? Is this no Vaseline?
Here we go.
You going right now?
Man, I'm glad y'all set it off.
Oh no!
Real talk though. It's gonna be follow me on this soliloquy.
Let's go.
Our play wasn't bad for the positions we control.
Yeah.
Where we got exposed are the positions in which we have all said we need to improve. Our point guard and our center.
Yep.
And this really goes to show you their center doubled his season average on us by the third quarter.
And there was a 10-minute span where we started to feel bad for Gafford. Legitimately.
Facts.
Legitimately. We were just like,
right?
Hey, what'd you say? Help that man.
Help that man.
They put him on an island and they gave him no help. He needed some milk for real. Like,
Kid, no, what did
hold on, can I give him one of these?
No, what did Shannon Sharp do when he was in the league? Hey, send help, send the National Guard, send the president, send everybody. Help is on the way.
Help
they
is on the way.
Hold on. What's the black man looking off in the distance?
Real talk, but that's what happened. We got exposed there, and then on the other end, we got to see what, like, realistically, Cole Anthony looked like what we wanted Kobe White to be this season.
Absolutely.
He gave them they put up the same. Realistically, their stats were the same, except Cole Anthony looked more under control. His 17 points beats Kobe White's 16. He has 9 freaking assists.
Yeah.
He also beat him on a rebounding thing. Guess what? He just played a more complete game and aided his team in that victory. Now, here's the thing: Kobe White hit some good shots, some timely shots, but at the same time, when you look at it, it's an up and down thing with Kobe. We get a 3 from him to tie the game, but the play before he misses a layup that just totally sucks the energy out of it. Right? Yeah. Some momentum thing. And that's all it is. Like, honestly, if DG could do more offensively, maybe this game is closer. He's not just taking L's on the other end, but he gave us 4 and 4.
Yeah, he had to face a load. I mean, it literally just turned into, please, somebody help that man. somebody get down there. I mean, the biggest thing that I saw tonight, again, like you said, Kid, was let's be honest. While we've more so Kid than anybody else in the studio or in Chicago, let's be honest, has taken on this personal crusade to get Kobe out of town. Kobe's play tonight, while at moments he did get dubbed up, like you said, though, Cole Anthony really didn't outplay him. He just looked better. He looked more in control. But scoring-wise,
poised.
That's it. Poise says a lot for a rookie versus a pro.
For sure. I'm not taking away. I'm not saying that Kobe White came out and dominated, did none of that. But tonight shows you where the Bulls need the most help at. When Larry Markkinen went out, there was nothing left inside. When Larry Markkinen went out, and you can see that I respect Billy Donovan for being like, I am not turning to Cristiano Felicio in this moment. I am not putting in Luke Cornett. Daniel Gafford, you want to prove that you're a starting center? Get out there and slow that man down. And Gafford couldn't. And Gafford just couldn't. Now, games like this, games where you get dubbed up like are the games where all of a sudden you hear about 10 years down the road where Tyson Chandler is talking about, yeah, it was that game. And then I was like, maybe I should lift weights. Maybe I should lift weights. You know what I'm saying? But the biggest thing to me that the Bulls are failing at is the big man position. That's why if you check out the video I dropped today, if you check out videos we're going to have coming in the future, let's just be honest, that if you don't have that big man solidified, you're allowing too much to get through. The Bulls, second chance points, rebounds, points in the paint, it's disrespectful. The Bulls got out rebounded by 9, but they actually 10 and 10 on the offensive rebounds. Okay, I'll take that. I'll take that one. But the second chance points, here it is, 19 second chance points. I don't care if you're a good team, if you're an okay team, if you're a middling team, 19 second chance points, you're not going to win a lot of games there. You have to cut down on those things. Now, I'll ask you guys this. Do you like kind of the formula that the Bulls have gone with where they've tried to get everybody else involved before they get Zach involved, AD?
No, because when they win, when we have 4 to 5, watch a 3 to 5 players in double digits and a balanced offensive attack. I'll use you all's words or what P.Kidd stated before, the Portland Trailblazers style play where we kind of stay close and then give it to Zach for Zach TV is not going to work.
Yeah.
It's not going to work. We're not built like that. 2, it bodes for bang or bust. It's either you're getting blown out or you're keeping it close, and there's no medium.
Yeah.
Or no middle. Like there's no you're blowing out team. No, it's bang or bust, and we can't. The Bulls don't have that many offensive weapons that shoot at a high enough clip successfully to play like that.
Now, P.Kidd, I'll ask you this: the rookie had a career night, 20 points for Pat Will. Ended up with. Hold on, god dang it, this tablet technology. Ended up with
20 and 7.
7 rebounds, 7 of 11 on shooting, 6 of 6 from the floor. Did you want to see more from the rookie? Do you want to see them going to him more when he has that later in that game, or do you like the fact that Billy sticks with the veterans in that situation?
I think it's all just progression, just taking it day by day with your work. Pat Will was coming off a string of games that were horrendous for him.
Yeah.
Right. but he actually showed up, and he actually showed up, especially when it seemed that Laurie wasn't coming back in the game. So when we saw that, he kind of really took off at that point, and so he kind of filled that role for us, which kind of gives more credit to the whole, maybe we move Laurie Marketing kind of argument there, because we potentially have a rookie who could come in and get more involved in the offense, defend better, and things of that nature. So I love what I saw from him. I'm happy that he actually came out, had a great game. Hopefully it builds on his confidence to do more in the future. I know. Do we have these? We have Orlando back to back.
We got Orlando the next night. We got Orlando tomorrow.
I would love to see him continue this tear and really build some momentum so they can have more confidence going against those other teams, because we saw when he faced better teams, he was a little timid, offensively. He's been solid defensively, which is what we've praised about. He's been solid, he's been disciplined. But at the same time, he's in a situation where we need him to show up on both ends of the floor on a consistent basis. So I'm hoping that this translates into more wins and things of that nature. So I really love what I saw from him. And not to be a hater, because I know that we are Bulls, we bleed red, we see red. But Cole Anthony had a great game too.
For sure.
Oh, definitely.
Cole Anthony. So just realistically praising the rookies for I'm never going to take that away from any of the rookies that we face. They've had a tougher start than any rookie coming into it. So just I'm happy to see that they're doing well, despite all the different challenges they've had to go to, just to make and just to be competitive and just earn their time on the floor. So I like what I saw from the rookies.
Now, we talked about trades here. Ringo, I ask you this. Is there somebody on this team that you think needs to get moved to bring somebody else in? I mean, it's not really how AK does things, but maybe here in the East Coast, in a bigger market, we could see a move like that, where he goes after somebody. Who are you seeing out there? Who's somebody that you think should be moved off of this team? Somebody the Bulls can live without, but does bring value.
I'm saying it again, Andre Drummond. Either Andre Drummond or Lonzo Ball, because either way, to me, those are your two biggest faults on your team is the center position, and the point guard position.
Facts.
Why not both?
And
I do think you need to fix both.
I mean,
if you got to fix one,
it's possible. But if you got to fix one, I would say more so go with Drummond, because you have the club with the team you got. It's not like you guys are not capable of playing defense.
Yeah.
It's all about closing out possessions, because I'm tired of seeing the ball go up and then y'all just running to the other side of the court like y'all not supposed to grab the board. That's not how this works.
It seems like nobody has a mentality with it.
Exactly. The flip side to that is I want to get Lonzo, because I think you guys are like tops in pace of play.
Yeah, facts.
You guys are tops in pace of play. Who would solidify you being at the top of the pace of play? That's Lonzo. And then also he's a better version of Garrett Temple. Like Lonzo for whatever.
Easy. Tim got a spray.
No, but like Lonzo has shot better from three.
Yeah.
This year, and defense is going to get you in the game, regardless.
Yeah.
So on those fast breaks, he can definitely push the pace. And if you guys do wind up keeping Kobe, I feel like this will somehow allow him to eat coming off of that bench unit.
To me, I love that point real quick. If you don't mind me jumping in real quick. I love the Lonzo trade. In fact, I love that you brought that up, because I do feel like Lonzo takes care of the ball better. He's a taller he's a little taller. Realistically, I think he's about 6'7". He defends a lot better than Kobe White, so he's not much of a liability there. And realistically, New Orleans is looking to move potentially Steven Adams and Lonzo Ball. So I feel like making a package for them would be good. And actually, like, kind of the low-hanging fruit. I think the Drummond contract would actually be, while I love the idea and I see him in the chat a lot, I think that'll be a little more complicated, because we really have nothing to really offer them for that, right? They're not getting anything of value outside of, Drummond
is playing ridiculous.
Yeah, and Drummond is definitely a star potential in this league, right?
Yeah.
Lonzo Ball maybe not so much, which is why we get him a discount. I don't think that doesn't mean I don't think he's capable, but we know he's better than Kobe White. And Steven Adams is a solid big man. And so I think making a move with New Orleans for that would actually help them because they're trying to clear out some room so Zion can do what he does and stuff like that. They're trying to get younger and quicker in their whole space of things. Steven Adams doesn't really fit their scheme right now. They're also trying to unload a shooter and JJ Redick. So, I mean, honestly, this is a situation where maybe we can simply just deal with one organization to get the pieces we need because they're trying to get rid of 2-3 people to better their offense and go around their young talent and Brandon Ingram and Zion, which is I can't blame them for it. Those are it seems like they'll be generational talents, at least Zion, at least, right? And we can be on a rebuild with those. So I would love to see it. And then don't forget that Kyle Korver is available too. So if we wanted to just go ahead, make a move for those big men, get a decent point guard, and bring in some shooters to go around our star player and Zach LaVine, I could see us making that particular move and it working out well for us. So I love the idea, and this actually has a lot of traction in it. It's not just hearsay from us. It's actually been sprinkled a little bit if you do a little research and stuff like that.
Oh, for sure.
So hey, it's actually possible.
I think the biggest thing you have to look at is what is attainable. You know, I hear Bulls fans say a lot of trades. You know, trade Zach LaVine, trade that, and go get Derrick Rose, LeBron James, Anthony Davis, and 4 first-round picks that are 1, 2, 3, and 4. And it's like you have to talk about trades that are going to be attainable. We have to, like, to me, you have to also think about things that are going to work for the other team. And so I think the Bulls bench pieces do that. Anybody that's talking about trading Zach LaVine, you smoking that loud pack. I don't know what y'all want from your star shooting guard, but y'all are wilding over there on that. But to me, the biggest thing that this Bulls team needs over anything is somebody to cause a little bit of turmoil in the paint. Yeah. You don't have that guy. And to me, a Drummond move would be tough because you would have to give up a lot to get him. There's nothing we have that Cleveland wants.
I like Steven Adams, like you said.
I like Adams. I like Adams as well. But to me, if you're able to get a big man in there, it improves the rest of your team. We also got to figure out a little bit early in the game. We saw one Lauri Markkanen go out due to injury, but when he is healthy, when he is in there, if you have a legit big man in there that can play, Ringo, don't you think that Lowry's game just elevates again?
Yes, to a certain extent, because I feel like now,
like, put it in your sense. Lowry next to Bam Adebayo.
Oh, he eating.
First of all, Bam is a stud.
Bam is literally 20, 10, and 6. Like,
and Lowry almost needs to do what Kobe White needs to do as well. Lowry, I need you to do one thing for me. Focus on getting the ball in the rim. Don't focus on rebounding. Don't focus on defense.
So further your point. Go ahead.
How did he play at Arizona?
He shot.
He was shooting that much.
He's their 3-point. He's their all-time 3-point leader.
So he played like Nowinski.
No, he played like Ray Allen.
If we're being clear, just to add this caveat to it, you know, I see a lot of we have our own debates. Me and Pat talk about these things all the time. We have to start getting real honest about who we have on our team. We don't have enough attractive talent to even talk seriously about trading for big name players.
No, not at all. That's the thing. Right? We talk about Drummond, Oladipo. That's not happening.
We don't. Now, the Oladipo thing is different because we actually do have some pieces that could fit in. It would be more of a contract dump for them, but so they can like turn around and do other things. That's different. But when we start talking about people who have 2-3 years on their contracts and stuff like that, we're not that destination. You have to realize that. We are literally trying to get through this season and get to the point where we have enough space on the cap for us to go sign someone who can do. That's really what we're trying to do. So if we can go make a move for someone like Oladipo is different. That video is coming out, right? That video's coming out tomorrow. Oladipo is different. If we can make a move for him and see if we can convince him to stay based off the chemistry and stuff we're building, his role that he plays within his organization, that'll be a different type of move because Oladipo right now, he doesn't garner that respect of an all-star. Although he has the capability, he's not garnering that respect right now coming off an injury and stuff like that. We know it's possible, but right now he's not there. So we really need to start looking at what are some pieces that we can get in here that are being undervalued because of their current situation and see if those pieces kind of fit us long term. We need to stop really going out and start thinking of, oh, let's go get like Drummond. You really think that Drummond on the Chicago Bulls is really going to happen? It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. Like, if it does happen, I take my hat off to you. Listen, I respect the move. But we don't have enough pieces for that stuff to happen. It's almost like even on the Bears, when people say, oh, yeah, we're going to get Deshaun Watson. We don't have the pieces for it to really be attractive enough unless we bet the farm and make us not competitive anymore. So you have to stop thinking in those terms. When we start talking about smaller moves that have a larger impact, we're just trying to fill certain roles to have. So we're trying to build our supporting cast. And if we can get a potential star out of it, then great. So we have to take that type of bet. But I don't think that we're going to get a Drummond. I don't think we're going to get those type of players. I think we'll get Kevin Love before we got Drummond because he's undervalued right now. No one wants Kevin Love. Everyone wants Andre Drummond. Let's be real about that. Let's be real. We'd have to give up Zach LaVine for something like that. We don't want to do that. So let's just be honest about those situations.
Can I make 2 points? So the first point is this. One, I feel like you need and I like how the season is going because you see Billy Donovan being vocal. He called out Kobe White saying that we don't need certain heat check shots. He's called out his team. The Bulls
hold them accountable.
Yeah, the Bulls need a on-court person to be like, yo, you need to not do this. Like Jimmy told Duncan Robinson, like literally, like your only job out there to do is to shoot. If you don't, I'm smacking you. Like, and he's on record saying that. Like, Tyler and Duncan Robinson are only out there to shoot.
Yeah.
So, like to that point, I feel like at this point, Lowry, for him to stay on the team, he needs the Bulls need somebody else for him to get in tune. The second point that I wanted to make too is it's this thing where I'm feeling P.Kidd's point about getting potential superstars because everybody was tripping out. Oh man, you gave up the Rockets gave up James Harden. So like, really, who do they got? Christian Wood. If y'all have not been looking at the Rockets,
but that's what happens when you have somebody in your pipeline.
Is a dog.
Like Christian Wood was hooping while James was still there as well.
Yep.
Like they knew. Like that's the difference. Like this is what and not to go at the chat, but kind of to go at the chat because this is all we hear. We're too far away from being a contender, so we need to trade Zach LaVine. You trade Zach LaVine, you get picks, you start winning. That's how you win. That's not how you win. What team wins like that? What team? Y'all know how long it took Philly to win that way? For the process to work? You know, they went through an entire rookie. And listen, they went through an entire rookie draft class. No, they went through what? 3 of them. They went through 3 rookie draft classes of them before they got Joel Embiid, who was in the 4th rookie draft class.
They caught a bad hand.
They literally.
Markelle Fultz. They went through Markelle Fultz, messed up the man's shot. Joel Embiid, Ben Simmons. Listen, the process has been going on so long, they still ain't won nothing.
That's not how you win. That's not how you win. Can you find the number 1 pick in the draft that way? Absolutely. Is that going to change? No. It doesn't. It really does. You know how you win? When you have a star player on your team, you hold on to him and you put other star players around him. Think about this, Bulls fans. I know sometimes we're very short-minded, but when Jimmy left, did we get better?
Heck no. That was the worst. I thought that was a bad decision. Like, I don't know why we did that.
Hey, look. What year we in now of Zach? We in year 4 of Zach. It's just now starting to pay off. And by the way, Larry Markkinen is like we're questioning Larry Markkinen.
But look, Lowry's rookie year, that was his best year.
No, this year right now is his best year. This year right now is his best year. But what I'm saying is you don't get better by getting rid of talent. I don't know. I don't know what this notion is in the NBA. I don't know how Philly fooled everybody in the league so well that people believe that to win games you have to get rid of talent. That's not how you win.
If I could add something,
go ahead.
If I could add something real quick, Ringo, we need to start looking at complementary pieces that add to us to get us to the next step. You can't sit there and decide that. It seems like most people are trying to win right now, but they don't realize that making some of the moves to win right now is just going to make us like the Portland of the East, like I mentioned before. We're going to be good. We're going to be decent. We're going to have a lot more potential, but we're not going to win anything. And so like there's a couple pieces, honestly, that are on the trade block that have a lot of rumors behind them that could really fit our system and give us that extra oomph, because tonight we needed was someone to give us extra 4 or 5 buckets and defend. That's really what we needed. And so those are, people don't want to hear it, but Kelly Oubre Jr. would actually fit our system better.
140 point, 140 point game don't change the fact that he missed 120
around a lot.
I don't want to miss my point, but to add to P.Kidd's point, and to kind of come at the chat too, it was last year. Damian Lillard was telling somebody on his team, "Man, I'm about to get us to the playoffs, man. Well, like what you about to see me do, like you ain't ever finna forget that. If y'all the Portland of the East, so y'all literally telling me y'all want to star players gonna get us to the AFC, so I can get smacked by the Nets. This
is what I want.
Like,
I want you.
That's what the chat is saying.
Let me say that. Oh, you talking about the chat? Yeah. This is what we want. This is how you build a team. Inside, like as much as we've seen LeBron go from team to team, and it's kind of changed how teams do things. That's LeBron. That's Kevin Durant. You know what made the Warriors great? Steph, Clay, and Dre. And then they brought in complementary pieces. They brought in a heck of a complementary piece in KD, but then you bring in complementary pieces.
Question.
Go ahead.
So, which teams are sellers right now? Because I've heard you mention the Warriors. I've heard you mention Cleveland. I've heard you mention
Cleveland is selling. Detroit is selling.
New Orleans.
The Kings are selling. Cleveland is selling, but not really. Like Cleveland's like, we'll give up Drummond, but you're gonna give us something for it.
Is New York selling seriously, or are they putting out feelers to see who they could get?
It's Thibs, so you know Thibs want to get Derrick Rose back. He trying to find a way to get Jimmy Butler out in New York. He trying to figure out, he got Taj on the thing.
My phone died, but Crit, I got you, bro.
He called Joakim Noah already, probably to see if he can get him back. He gonna run back his five.
That's who we need to go call.
Thibs is the ultimate. Hey, I got my 5. Hey, you got 5? You got 5? I got 5. We on.
Billy,
the crazy thing about this whole Kuzma thing, I keep hearing and stuff like that in the chat.
You said what?
I keep seeing a lot of Kyle Kuzma.
No.
What does he do differently than Oubre? Well, everybody hated Oubre. What does he do differently?
Wait, time out.
Absolutely not on Kuzma either.
It depends. Is he coming with the blonde in his hair?
No. Is he coming with a Kardashian? That's what it depends on.
Wait, don't do. He got Winnie Harlow. Let that man live.
Oh, Kuzma with Winnie.
Yes,
but he was with a Kardashian.
I don't think no.
Kuzma was with a Kardashian.
You talking about the one that don't be in no mess, Kendall?
That was Kendall.
Jenner, Kardashian, same people. But to me, this is the thing. This is how the Bulls improve. This is how the Bulls improve, man. Winnie Harlow.
Oh, listen, Denver are potential sellers.
Denver potential sellers.
Utah are potential sellers.
Oh, don't
we got somebody from Chicago on there?
Who?
On Denver. Homie that come off the bench. One of them is from the shop.
No, where's Quinn Cooks at?
One of them is from Chicago.
He with the Lakers, yeah.
I know the Lakers at this point aren't looking to move him, but I'm really big on talent. Horton Tucker. That man's a bucket. That man's a walking bucket.
Nah, you got to clear out with Bron. I don't think Bron giving that up.
You're not calling nobody but Bron. When you call the Lakers organization, like, you've reached LeBron's cell phone. I'm not here right now.
Kid has been on a bench for 2 years, but he tough.
Yeah,
tough. We slept on that one. I don't even know where he went, but I tell you what, we slept on that one because we could have probably made a move for him early on.
They don't look in state.
Realistically, when you look at teams, well, they did for Dotson. But this is a different regime. This is what I keep telling everybody. Y'all have to understand this is a different regime. Things are going to be very different. AK take heads. AK take heads.
You just got to give it time.
Oh, you know what, bro? Listen, I heard you say that, and I got to go back to you for a second. AK ain't won nothing.
You see, this is
AK has not won.
Hey, I'm gonna help you out though. He hasn't won anything, but he's built pretty solid contenders.
Okay, so he's been the Brad Stevens.
What the Denver Nuggets got though?
Brad Stevens is a great coach, but he ain't coached no championship team. In fact, he's wasted talent.
Time out though.
But the fault there for you is Brad Stevens. For you to say AK ain't won nothing, okay, AK's never been the head of anything. AK was a part of a group that drafted. AK was the guy who went and found the best player, the best center in the NBA, because I don't know if did Embiid come back in the game after that knee injury?
I'm sorry, but the guy who found Joel Embiid is looking pretty good to me right now too. So what's the difference?
You said what?
The guy who found Joel Embiid looks pretty good right now too. So what's the difference?
The difference is the guy that's running your organization went overseas and found talent in the second round. Joel Embiid was the first pick in the draft. He found Nikola Jokic was the 44th pick.
And then the other thing, I don't even.
And he identified that. Like I get that the Bulls are struggling, but the fact that we're so quick to turn on AK after what 21.
I'm not turning on him. All I'm saying is he has something to prove too. And until he actually shows me something and proves it here, I'm not saying to sit there. What have you done for me lately? I mean, we can sit there and talk about all the things that right now in the past. Like that's
draft right now, probably the best defensive rookie.
Who
did he draft right now? Probably the best defensive rookie.
Defensive rookie? That's hard to say because, to be honest with you, you don't watch enough of the rookies to know that.
I do.
I do.
Who's more defensive?
Let me ask you this right now: who are the top 5 rookies that got drafted?
The top 5?
LaMelo Ball.
LaMelo
Ball.
P. Will.
P. Will.
Oh boy, out in Golden State.
P. Will's
James Anthony Edwards. The only other person that I can tell you that has been even comparable to P. Will is Tyrese Halliburton in Sacramento.
Halliburton has been nice.
Cole Anthony has been nice. Now that he's actually getting some minutes in his starting position. So yes, listen. Now that he's starting, he's actually doing this on a regular. So that's another one. Who else? So we're gonna really say that we're gonna really put. Listen, I'm not saying it's a bad pick. I'm not saying he doesn't fit this team. I didn't say he didn't fit the system. I'm not saying all of that. I'm just saying that realistically, let's stop acting as if we have a savior and stuff like. He has something to prove too, and I ain't seen it here. I have to see it here. I know he just got there. I'm giving you that chance, but I have to see it here though.
Can I ask a question real quick? So what is a successful year from AK to you? If we go the rest of the season with no moves, is that unsuccessful to you?
It's an unsuccessful. Honestly, a successful year from him is what he does in the offseason. Okay. If we make no moves in the offseason, I know. What are we doing?
But also, you saw him make a ton of drastic moves. You saw him go out until Doc Rivers was on the market, which even some people going to argue about Doc Rivers, and get the best coach in the NBA to come. That was on the market to come to Chicago, which is something that Chicago has never been able to do. See, you don't want to give him credit for any of that, but
I don't see how I would give him credit when Billy Donovan was on the market because he was getting moved and he needed a job.
But see, here's where you're not listening because no. Here's where you're not listening because if you listen to what Billy Donovan said before the season, did you? What Billy say?
Talk to me. What did he say? Prove your point.
I wasn't planning on coaching. I wasn't planning on coaching. Billy was not planning on coaching this season. He said, I was going to take the year off to be with my family because I hadn't seen him and it was COVID-19 until Arturas Karnisovas jumped on a plane and said, I need to meet with you. Where can we meet? I'm on my way to Florida right now. He went down there and personally got the best coach that was available on the market to come to a team that could not get a coach that wasn't already in their system to head coach this team.
And then
A struggling Chicago Bulls market, a struggling team.
Let's just go to with the facts of what was said though. Did I say we was trash? Did I say that he was trash, or did I say he had something to prove?
You said he had something to prove, but
you
also don't give him credit for the things that he's already done.
Does he not have something to prove here?
But I agree with you, but you also don't give him credit for the things that he's already done.
I give him credit, but he has something to prove here.
Can I say this because I really want to go at you on this point. So you brought up Boston and you said that you said that Brad Stevens didn't prove himself, right?
Brad Stevens is the reason why they haven't gotten over the hump.
I agree. I fully agree.
Brad Stevens is the reason they haven't gotten over the hump, and the coach from Milwaukee is the reason why Giannis ain't got over the hump either. I don't know what we're arguing about. That's a fact.
I will fully give you Milwaukee. But what we not gonna do is act like Danny Ainge didn't have like 8 number 1 picks. And what is the one thing that the Boston Celtics do not have? A big man. And they could have went to the finals and they have not gotten a big in 5 years.
Right.
That is true.
Danny Ainge hurt Boston with the Isaiah Thomas situation.
Whoa. I can question that. Name the big men that have come from those drafts that have been really successful that have gotten them over the hump.
Bam Adebayo.
Bam is probably one, but he wouldn't have gotten the same tick to develop on here with Jaylen Brown and what's the name? They already had a loaded forward roster.
Why wouldn't Bam play?
We can sit there and pull stuff out of behind all we want to, but guess what? It's making it seem as if like Danny Ainge didn't draft right people. Danny Ainge hurt, like he really does sit there and collect these picks like infinity stones and uses them as trade capital. Let's be real. Danny Ainge is probably one of the best in the league at what he does, if not the best at what he does. Realistically, you have someone who to develop their talent. And what we didn't get is someone who developed didn't do that. Don't even worry about it.
But I got you. But to your point, the same thing you said about AK. What does he want?
What does who want?
Danny Ainge. What does he want in Boston?
Oh, he wants rings.
He wants rings. Has he won?
He wants rings. Not what does he want?
Has he won?
What has he won?
Absolutely. Hey, listen.
He ain't built nothing.
Right.
All he had is, bro, for the last 5 years, bro. Since Jason Tatum, I can't let this slide, bro. Since Jason Tatum,
you're gonna have to let it slide because my argument is more sound than yours,
bro. We strictly talking facts. Since Jason Tatum been in the league, bro, and they went to the Eastern Conference Finals, me and Pat argue this all the time, especially when they was without Kyrie. The next year, what did they say, bro? All they had to do was get a big. He never got a big. You had the trigger to pull it on AD, and you never pulled it, bro. Same thing.
How would he pull the trigger on AD when AD's father literally said, I will not allow my son to go to the Boston Celtics because of what they did to Isaiah Thomas? It's a legitimate quote. What the hell are you talking about?
But you had other pieces beside him that you could have got. But you've been selling for Enes Kanter and Tristan Thompson. That's on him. That's on him. We're just talking straight facts.
But you trying to talk facts, but you literally just ignored the fact that AD's own father said, I am not going to allow my son to go. No. Don't try to talk over it now. Your point is mute. Just like I need you to be mute for a second because it's stupid to go that route because it don't make sense and it's not even based on facts. I can literally pull up on any Twitter thread. I can go on ESPN. It was an article on ESPN that said why AD didn't go to Boston. What are we talking about,
bro? Okay.
We're not. It's nothing to talk about.
We're not even talking about the Bulls no more.
We go back to the Bulls. Hey, and guess what? For those who say AD that ended, I bet he didn't go to the Boston Celtics. So you take that and smoke that. How about that,
bro? Like
I just cooked you on that one. Just go into the next topic.
Bro, you really didn't.
I did. You just got to. Don't worry about it.
You can't, bro. You can't literally sit on 5 first-round picks and do nothing with them.
I can't even hear you because it don't make sense.
Hey,
I don't speak wrong.
Hey, I want D Rose back in Chicago. That's all I want.
I'm gonna move on past that too because I don't think that's.
Hey, I think that's more than likely to happen than anything we just said. But I mean, honestly, let's be what I'm trying to think when them picks was.
He had a lot of.
Danny Ainge missed out on Giannis, didn't he?
He had 2 forwards though.
The Isaiah Thomas situation was the biggest damning fact.
No,
it was. No, it really was.
He got Jaylen Brown and he got Jason Tatum.
You cannot create a culture where everybody.
No, Giannis is before JT.
You cannot create a culture where everybody wants to play for your storied franchise, and then let a player go through such tragedy to come back and fight past those things to make such a rapport with the fan base, and then just.
Yeah, you dropped them.
Shipped him off during the offseason.
And literally.
Business is business. By the way, Isaiah Thomas is nowhere, correct?
Nah, he playing for Team USA.
But I mean,
he's a free agent.
He talking about
is a free agent.
Yeah, he's a free agent.
He's a free agent.
I'm not
nobody else picked him up. And I wonder why.
That could be valuable too.
So let me get this straight. Danny Ainge is wrong, and he is wrong for what he did. But Isaiah Thomas has not done anything anywhere else. Is that his problem or is it Danny Ainge's problem?
He hasn't fit
Mix
anywhere.
Mix of both.
He hasn't fit anywhere.
Mix of both.
The thing is, Danny Ainge did him a disservice because he dropped him at the wrong time. You dropped me as I get hurt. If he would have stayed another year, let him rehab at Boston, let him prove himself through, at least play for somebody else to see, then ship him off. He had to rehab on his own and then go try out for other teams. That set you back 2 years at least.
I can't give you that because we saw the year after that he wasn't right.
He's still not the same.
He wasn't right.
He's not the same player. He's just not.
He's not the same player.
I love IT, but bigger IT is not the same player. Like it's like Penny Hardaway, or not Penny Hardaway. Who was old man from the Supersonics?
Gary Payton?
Nope. Dunk. Sean Kemp. It was like skinny Sean Kemp versus fat Sean Kemp. Like those were 2 very different players. Sean Kemp. Yeah. Wow. They were very 2 different players. You know what I'm saying? And so when you talk about IT, when you talk about things like that, like just talking about that, more so we got on it to talk about the fact that they haven't won anything, but you have to allow these mugs to build. This is AK's first year of this organization. Let him build. He came in the first year, did a clean sweep. We turned around, and it was like he snapped his fingers. It was like, oh, snap, half of the team's dead. Like,
hey, but another thing I just remembered, take AD out of the question, you still had Boogie that year because they was looking to move Boogie.
You could have went and got Boogie, but Boogie ended up getting hurt, so it's kind of a moot point. Nah, they did have a chance at Boogie though. This was pre-hurt Boogie.
Hey, bro,
this was New Orleans Boogie.
I'm just saying, bro. He's sat there.
Hey, look.
You keep bringing up names that you brought up a name of somebody who wasn't gonna go in the first place, and you keep bringing up people who ain't been right since they got hurt. I'm not trying to hear you, bro.
Hey, hold on. You're not gonna disrespect Boogie though.
Like
Boogie, when they could have made the move for him, he was still healthy. They could have made the move for him pre-All-Star break, but it don't matter. This is the thing.
Boogie's been so good, he got to a team where he should have won a ring and still didn't win one.
And they lost that year.
Bro, literally everybody got hurt.
Yeah, everybody got hurt.
What are we looking?
Here's the thing.
Here's the thing. Offseason.
We already at the offseason? God damn, we can't get here.
No, I'm just asking. I'm asking as far as if we even talking about making deals with other teams or anybody that's selling, besides current players that are playing right now or our starting roster, because that's all we got.
Yeah.
What else do we have?
I mean,
what picks do we have?
This is the you still have all your picks. Bulls got their picks because they didn't really trade nothing off. But this is the thing: you have to. This is how AK is gonna build the team. I'm gonna just tell you, if he make a move, it would stun me.
Okay.
If he makes a move, it would stun me. He's gonna build the team through the draft.
That's fine.
He's going to go find pieces that he can put around, just like he did in Denver. He's going to find pieces that you can put around a big man and be complimentary.
I just need you to tell him not to take a forward like New York always does.
Here's my thing, though. To the point with how Denver is run, the worst thing that Denver has right now, just like we said with Brad Stevens in Boston, Mike Malone, to me, is not a good head coach. Mike Malone saw
in Denver?
Yeah, Mike Malone, because he don't play Jamal Murray consistently.
No, he don't.
Oh, he pulls him at the wrong time.
Jamal Murray be playing like 28 minutes one game and 14 the next. I'd be like, what am I looking at?
I'm going to play when we get down 3-1 in the playoffs.
You know what I'm saying? Like, he can't find minutes for Michael Porter Jr., who the man literally every time he gets in the game. Now, I've gone on record as saying the only worst defense I've ever seen than Michael Porter Jr. was when J.R. Smith stopped playing to shake his homie hand in the stands. Michael Porter Jr. is a terrible defender. But whenever he gets into the game, that man gets a bucket. That is it. It's about building the entire thing. And he's finally got an opportunity to build the entire thing. He's got an opportunity to put his head coach in place, which he got a dang good one. His first year in, he got somebody to come to a Chicago Bulls team who I know a lot of y'all really, AD watch, but like most people wasn't watching Bulls games last season. I sat there and watched all of them. It sucked when you got Jim Boylan on the side, just like, sometimes, I really think Luke Cornett could be a Robert Horry type player. What is this man talking about right now?
And the coaching tree doesn't work in the NBA like it does in the NFL, and it barely works in the NFL, by the way.
No, I really don't.
Just want to say that.
I was telling Pat, I feel
it
like
barely works.
Anybody from Bill Belichick tree, when they be able to talk with him, I feel like he low-key be sending them off because he
it does not work.
Was nice though.
It does not work. It does not work in the NBA. I don't care how long he coached under Pop. He is a permanent assistant coach under Pop. The only one he has groomed successfully is what's her girl? I almost got. Is it Becky Hammond? It's Becky Hammond and Tim. But Tim made me
don't even want to coach.
Tim like, I stay over here. Like he knows it's wrong. But Becky ready.
To me, it's just about building. It's about building everything piece by piece. This is his first opportunity at doing it. He's evaluating talent all season. He's going to be evaluating talent all season. Now, listen, in Chicago, he may do things a little different. He might move some pieces out, be like, hey, yo, that's not the move right there.
We don't
Kobe
need
White,
forwards.
You're still struggling.
We don't need forwards.
No, actually, now we do. We've only got Lowry.
What do you know? We got
and you don't
Hutch plays what?
No.
Hutch is not a factor.
No, bro.
We're not.
No, bro. Hutch
is not a factor.
No,
why you like him? Because his hairline is nice. Because he's not doing nothing on the court.
Hey, listen,
I need his barber's number one.
Man, first of all, the only barber number we need is Jalen Rose. Don't give me nobody else barber number but Jalen Rose.
Facts. So, question from the chat: do you think the team is moving in the right direction or not?
We're in the wait and see period. We're still there. Everything's being tested and tried and tested right now. That's the facts. He's still testing out the lineup. He wanted tonight. P.Kidd called it exactly when he said he was trying to see how they would play without Zach. That's exactly what the third quarter was.
Yep.
I think we have an identity. I think the Bulls clearly see where they're at defensively, but offensively they're clearly lost.
Yeah.
I just feel like it's been enough of a sample size between Lowry and Wendell to know what's working and not working. So at this point, I feel like you got to make a move.
Are they moving in the right direction?
We do.
I feel like you are because you have the coach.
Yeah.
You have the star player who's bought in. He's saying all the right things. He's playing defense. You can score with literally any other team, probably besides the Brooklyn Nets.
This is a buffer year, though. Expect that.
Like
this is a buffer year.
Literally, you got your rookie who is basically emerging.
Yeah.
He's handled everything well. So yeah, you guys are moving in the right direction.
Kid, what you think? Right direction?
Simply because we got a good coach. Got a good coach. We retained our star.
Because Billy Donovan is the one who decided to double Vucevic. No one on that floor called that. Billy did.
I think that's the most important thing, though. Like, that really tells you how young this team is, how inexperienced most of these guys are out there, especially defensively. Because it's like, hey, yo, look, I'm no NBA player. I'll say this on every live, but if my man is getting dominated, like we saw Daniel Gafford getting done, I'ma help a little bit.
Bro.
Somebody
had to tell him he was getting effed up down there, but I mean, nobody wanted to. Billy was
help him.
Dog.
Or was it? Hey, Gaff, you need some help? No, I got him. Gaff, he got 30. I got him. Gaff, we in the second quarter.
Whenever your man say he got him, he don't got him. No, that's when you be like, get over there and help him. Go help him.
Oh, man.
I will say this, though. Does anybody remember what our record was in 2017?
In 2017, the year after?
41-41. Does anybody remember what it was in 2018?
41 or 41?
I was going to say 2017, we had Jimmy. So
that's when.
what we have, 24
Rondo,
wins?
D-Wade.
No, we had 17 wins. 27.
Anybody remember 2019?
No, not at all.
22. Last year, what was last year? Well, I guess last year was 29.
Last year wasn't a full year, but yeah, it was still. Hey, look, it wasn't trending in the right direction.
Right now, we are 8-13. Right?
Yeah.
You multiply that out, we might be able to get back to a 41-41 type situation. But remember, it's a shortened season, right? So if we were to double this up, we'd be like 16-26. Right? Going on this trajectory. Is that winning basketball?
It's not winning basketball.
No. But based off the way our schedule looks, do you see us potentially going 16-26? Very possible, right?
I think it's absolutely possible because he said 16-26. I think it's absolutely possible because there's a lot of tough teams on there.
Tough teams on there, right?
I think Billy's still breaking habits because when you see games like tonight where the Magic literally have nobody and Vooch has the game of his life, literally the game of his life, that was his career high tonight. When you see games like tonight, you're left wondering. Now, granted, you lost Lowry in the second quarter, but you're left wondering why is it that we can play with the Lakers and the Clippers, but we're still playing at the level of the Orlando Magic. And I think
72 games this season.
Yeah.
Hold on. Can I show this? What do y'all see? Okay. Because when I see them play the best teams in the league, I see them like the JV playing varsity. When I see them play somebody like the Magic, I see them like
JV playing JV.
Yeah, like kind of like kicking it, like all right, like we might got this, you know what I'm saying? Like I see it like that. So it's just like like I said at the end of the game, like we see very good flashes.
Yeah.
That sequence when they were moving the ball to get the open shot after grabbing a rebound, if I could bottle that up and get that, like we will be over 500 team. We will be a 5 seed.
But
when we don't get that and then we don't get defense, we don't get rebounds, Monks is looking at each other like, I thought you had him. We at 16 and 20 and 24 like you talking about.
I feel like that starts with a competent guard though.
I feel like it starts with anybody that knows how to play defense.
We need a one. We need a 1 and we need a true 5.
Bro, Lonzo is the answer, bro.
Here's my 2 benchmarks.
Go ahead. What you said?
No, let Ringo finish. I need to. I can't hear Ringo. That's the problem. Get closer to your mic for me.
No, it's just to the side.
No, yeah, I literally feel like Lonzo is the answer because he's gonna start it off on the defensive side of the ball. Everybody on the starting 5 is capable of playing defense. Zach has bought in. You already got you.
No, I'm not saying Zach. I'm just saying everybody on the starting 5 is capable of playing defense. Easy.
My fault. I'm sorry.
Easy.
But
hey, we see Kobe White try every night.
But
he's just
I'm trying.
Undersized what? Kobe White is 6'5".
Bro,
you can believe that lie.
Cole Anthony is shorter than him.
I'm not believing that. He ain't 6'5".
But listen though, Lonzo, Zach is bought in, and then you got P. Will. That's the start. That's the start.
But that's moves you got to make. Kid, what you was gonna say?
I agree.
Simply put, while I'm not sitting there saying that he's trash or anything like that, what happens by trade deadline and what happens by the offseason really, to me, are going to define what we're going to look like for the next couple of years. What everyone's forgetting, and we're thinking of these pieces as they're not human people. These are people who, like Zach, wants to win, right?
Yeah.
How much longer do you think he's going to want to be in a situation where it's like, man, it don't look like we're going to be winning for a long time? Let's forget we're no longer in this old NBA where this player is stuck to this contract and stuff like that. And even still, his contract is going to be up in the next couple of years. Why would he resign? We have to start giving our star players something to play for. And so it's a lot of nuances that go with this. And you can't just say, oh, well, AK's. I don't care what AK has done. I really don't. I care about the state of our team. And our team, we have one person that we know we can rally behind. What are we going to do to support him, to keep him to stay here? Because tell me this, how long will it take us to get another Zach LaVine through the door?
I'll answer your question with this. How long did it take them to build that team in Denver?
How long did it take them to build the team in Denver?
3 years, essentially. They got three players.
It took them a
it took them 4. Because remember they had Yusuf Nurkic paired I
did have Nurkic.
I think Jokic was coming off the bench.
No, he never was coming off the bench.
They was both starting. My fault. They was both starting.
They were.
It doesn't matter what they did there. It matters what our player wants now, though.
5-year term.
I'm just saying it's gonna take him. Everybody you're talking about, you got to think about this. Every player you're talking about, other than Zach LaVine, is a guard forming guy. Kobe White, Larry Mark.
Cool. But what moves are you going to make to keep your star player is what I want to know. What conversation?
Have to allow
those are realistic things that we have to start considering, because we are now in the NBA where a James Harden can say, man, I don't want to be here. We ain't good enough. No, and they got a squad over there and force his way out. Listen, we're in a different era of where the star has much more say.
Zach not doing
that. Sit here and make it seem as if Zach is not worth demanding a trade. He could demand a trade today and he'd be like, dude, I kind of get you. If he said it right now, I want to leave the Bulls, which one of us is sit there and be like, he shouldn't do that?
He shouldn't, but he's
not. I'm gonna tell you this though.
Ain't no way.
I'm gonna tell you this though.
In my humble opinion, the Bulls is the best situation for Zach.
Please,
because ain't nowhere else to go.
Huh?
Ain't nowhere else to go.
You don't think
I'm looking.
There's nowhere he's gonna go that he's gonna be the number one.
Thank you. There's nowhere.
But I don't think he's trying to be.
Absolutely not true.
Where's he going that he's the one?
Listen, they have like 5 trade packages online right now where he can go and be a number one option. The Knicks that just beat us included. What are we talking about?
Hold on, where
he could go? They can make a trade for him to go to Orlando right now. He'd be 1-2 with Vucevic.
But this is the thing. Vucevic is normally what you said. What 22 and 6.
Everybody trying to go to Orlando.
I'm just saying. What'd you say? 22 and 6.
22, 10 and 6.
22, 10 and 6. Okay,
but he gonna play behind Markelle when he come back.
What? He's gonna play behind Markelle. Wow. Zach LaVine goes to the Orlando right now.
He play the same position.
I'm saying when I say behind, I mean as leader.
No,
number
Zach
one.
LaVine's the number one on that team. Absolutely.
Bro,
but this is the thing.
There's a bunch of teams he could go to and be the number one.
But here's the thing. Kids, you got to understand. We get stuff back too. Okay. You're not just gonna trade Zach for a pity party.
Yeah,
I get you.
We get stuff back too. So whatever team you're sending them to, yeah, he might be the number one on that team, but it's probably because we're getting a bunch of stuff back that was the number one on that team.
Washington is the only exception. No. I'll give you that. Washington is the only exception. If I give you,
if Bradley, I got 2 questions for y'all.
He could go to the Knicks, and they have several packages they could give him. He'd be the number one.
If Bradley Beal asked for a trade, do we see fault in that?
No.
Okay. No. Now 2. If he does request a trade, which I don't see him doing because this is last year in Washington anyway, where's he going? And how much do you give up for
You
him?
give up a lot. That's the thing, and that's what I'm saying. It's about what you get back as well.
It's gonna be a lot of free agents.
Like, bro, he averaging
a lot of the people we are discussing did not re-up on that contract, so they free to sign with whoever at the end of this season. So patience behooves all these teams. It's only people that's really shopping is anybody that's in a 4th seed or above that's missing a piece. If we want to keep it a buck.
True, and that's really the teams you think about when you think about. I guarantee you those trade packages that they've put together are for him to go to the Lakers, him to go to the Clippers, him to go to Boston. Like who are these teams that you're talking about sending him to that he's going to be a number one on?
The Knicks themselves have 3 different trade scenarios that actually work out not only contractually but talent wise, and he can go be the number one and be competitive.
Is that team competitive after we get Julius Randle back?
The Knicks gonna be Knicks, bro.
They have a trade package where they don't give up Julius Randle.
So who they giving up for Zach LaVine?
RJ Barrett, quickly, and picks.
Time out though. These are Bradley Beal's averages.
What they got to do with right now?
They do,
what they got to do with right now? We having a conversation on Zach LaVine. Man, we've been in here an hour, man. What you got for tomorrow's game, man? Who you got winning?
I think of course Billy gonna pull a like I said, what's my man's from Mighty Ducks? We practicing, y'all shooting shots all night.
No, he ain't doing that.
No, I know he ain't. No, but we can't.
You can't lose to Orlando twice
like this.
We lose to Orlando twice in a row. I'm gonna go down to Indiana with kids in his studio.
They need to walk on. They need to walk on home or give them the bus that they had in Major League.
You get to take the Disney bus home. Who you got winning tomorrow?
I got Orlando simply because y'all have no inside presence.
Yeah, stopping Vucevic is gonna be ugly, dog, and it's just getting uglier.
Man, lightning don't strike twice.
You got it.
The fact that Ringo said, I'm going to Orlando because y'all don't, like, he jumped ship quick.
Oh, Ringo, a Miami Heat fan. He'll tell you he not. He said, I live in Chicago and I watch this team because they on cable.
Blanco said this show kind of ghetto with no suits. I feel you. Anyway.
Ghetto with no suits.
Hey, we come in with the wave cap, though.
Honestly, I'm expecting us to. If Wendell coming, if Lowry's not playing tomorrow, I got Orlando beating us again, just because we have no one to stop their post presence.
Yeah.
He's not finna do that again. He's not like that,
bro.
He's not finna do that.
You know for a fact.
The only thing that I do take solace in is that he's not like that.
He's not like that. I'm sorry, he's
like
not doing that again.
He's averaging 22, 10, and 6.
Hey.
Even if he's not like that, 22, 10, and 6 is a crazy stat line, bro. I'm not trying to hear that.
But that's the thing. We can survive 22, 10, and 6. We can't survive 44, 13, and 7. Like,
oh God.
And
at the same time, how many career nights is Pat Will gonna have?
Many more to come. He can do that.
He ain't like that. You ain't seen it yet. What are you talking about?
He can only improve his game tonight.
Pat Will did it once. Vucevic did it once. And we go sit there and say Pat Will gonna do it before Vucevic does it.
Hold on. Vucevic been playing a minute, and then this is his second little 40-point game.
Hey,
if Pat Will don't drop 20 tomorrow, it's a blowout. I'm letting you know right now.
Hey, look, this is the thing for me. The thing that you need to be the most concerned about with your big man is that Vucevic and Julius Randle did not kill you in the paint as bad. They looked you in your eye and said, I'm going to dot this up from the deepest point from the free throw line, 3-point line 6-7 times. And I'm going to make sure you know you can't guard me out here either. And then when you try to step up and guard me out here, then I'm going to go into the paint and I'm going to hit you in the spin cycle, hit you with the Vucevic low-key hit Gafford with an old school bow with the left-hand leg. I was not prepared to see that in 2021 basketball, dog. I was like, was that Nikola Vucevic or Pat Ewing I just saw?
They put all the starters up on homie tonight. He is not doing that tomorrow.
Hey, man.
This my player was busting tonight.
This my player was getting busy. Hey, this is the breakout game. This is the breakout game on my player.
It's not happening. Oh,
man, if y'all sat here and sat through all of the craziness that we just went
through.
through.
The man was like, yeah, so I'm thinking about giving you some more minutes.
When the coach pull you in after the game, so we're thinking about giving you some more minutes. Really? I just dropped 60 the last 3 weeks. Bro, yeah. Hey, but you're not there yet. Really? That's what we're doing right now.
Wilson is just sitting there right now with vodka, filled with vodka.
You keep saying he's from Russia. Didn't he say he's from
Switzerland, bro?
He keeps saying vodka, bro.
Anybody from Eastern Europe drink vodka mad crazy.
No.
What? Bro, what are you talking about?
All right. On that note, we're going to get out of here. For AD, Ringo, Jay, P.Kidd. It is your boy, Pat the Designer. Back at it again. We appreciate y'all for tuning in and sticking with us this long, man. To continue watching the content, click the links in the description below. Make sure y'all check out the pod too. We're gonna start posting that every time after we go live on here. Make sure y'all check that out as well if y'all wasn't able to sit through the entire thing. It's your boy, Pat the Designer. Back at it again, Chicago. Y'all stay safe out there, man.